What's up, little man? He's making a cameo through the reflection. Aren't you, buddy? It's the puppy. What's up, guys? I'm back. And it's time for this year's collection video. I made a video last year just showing off my complete collection. And no joke, it got like up. It was out of date like a week after I finished the video because I bought more stuff. But now I'm gonna do an update to the collection. It's gotten much larger. So yeah, get ready for this. This is gonna be a long one. All right, so first off, we got this top shelf. And the first stuff right here is all Xbox games, Xbox 360 and Xbox One games. All right, so starting off with the 360 games, we have Mafia 2. I still haven't played this game like a year after I got it. And next up is Alan Wake. This recently got a sequel. I haven't played it yet, but I've replayed this one. And I actually really liked it. I played it on the PlayStation, the remastered version. And this game's so much fun. I haven't done any of the DLC or anything, so I have no idea how the DLC is. Batman Arkham Origins. Really underrated, like, no joke. Like, I feel this game gets a bunch of hate for no real reason. I don't know why, but this is a really, really good game. I really enjoy it. It's like the best boss fights in the Arkham series. Well, actually, it's between this and City, but those two games have the best boss fights in any superhero game ever. Next up is Burnout Paradise. I recently got this one, like, not too long ago, like a week ago or so. And I love this game. I got it for the PlayStation, the remastered version on the PlayStation. But I got the Xbox 360 case because I wanted to own it in my collection. And I really like the box art of this because the remastered box art is nice, but it has like more action in it. Like it has a takedown car being taken down at the top. I didn't really want that, so I just decided to get the original case because it looks nicer. Plus, I originally played this game with my cousins, like on their Xbox 360, all those like a bunch of years ago. So I just wanted to own it. And next up is Call of Duty Trilogy. I saw this. I went to GameStop one time and I saw this there, and I immediately wanted to buy it because I had never played the Modern Warfare games. I played the newer ones, but like not the originals. Like I mostly wanted to play the campaign and like just the local multiplayer. But I haven't gone to it yet. This is one of the games I haven't really. I bought it, but I haven't played it yet. But I'll get to it eventually, probably this summer, because these games, the campaigns at least, aren't that long. All right, next up is Dead Rising. This game's really fun. I played it once, like years ago, because it was free on Xbox. But I was never able to finish it because it was just I got kind of bored of it because it's pretty repetitive at times because it's just killing a bunch of zombies. And I was playing a bunch of other games at the time, so this one ended up going back into the backlog. So I bought it a few months ago, but I haven't replayed it yet, so I don't know. I have a bunch of games in the backlog, so I haven't really. There's a bunch of games I still need to finish, including LA Noire. I bought this and Dead Rising at the same time, but I haven't started this one at all. I was gonna get the remastered version on PlayStation, but I saw this at the game store for pretty cheap, so I decided to grab that instead. And that's all of the Xbox 360 games for now. I have more in a different location. I'll show those when we get to it. But next up is the Xbox One games. Oh, this one's going to take a bit. Alright, first up is Doom Eternal. I have the Steelbook case. This has nothing in it right now. I just saw this at Best Buy one time, and I wanted to grab it. So I just have this with empty case with no game on it, but it's fine. And, just falling. Next up is Destiny 2, one of my biggest regrets ever. I saw this on sale for like $40 one time. I decided to try it out, and I didn't really like it. I wasn't a fan of Destiny. I tried multiple times to get into it, but I just couldn't get into it. It was pretty boring, like, to be honest. And now I hear it's even worse because I don't know what they're doing at Bungie, but they got bought out by PlayStation. And apparently, the more recent expansions are really, really bad. So I don't even want to go back into it to even try getting back into it. I like it the first time. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna like it now. Next up is Forza Horizon 3. This is one of my first Xbox games I ever got. I no joke wanted a Xbox One for this very reason because I saw this game and I thought it was really cool, so I decided to get an Xbox. I did regret it a little bit later when I found out Spider-Man was going to be exclusive to PS4. But still, I really enjoy this game. This is a really fun open world racing game. It's not my favorite. It used to be my favorite, but replaying Burnout, yeah, Burnout's still my favorite game, my favorite racing game. But this one's really really good. The game looks incredible, even though it's like 7 years at this point, or 8 years now. Wow, that's actually crazy. This came out 2006, 2016, I think. Oh shoot, my bad. All right, next up is Halo Infinite. This is the campaign disc. I saw this at a store and I decided to get it. But yeah, the campaign's really good. I actually enjoy it. The multiplayer not so much because as it got like no content for like a year or so, so I stopped playing that. But I like the DLC. It was real, not the DLC. I like the campaign. It was really fun. I thought it was a little like kind of like not ambitious enough. Cause sure it was ambitious because it's an open world, but everything felt so empty, which is kind of disappointing. I like Halo 3 is my favorite of the entire like trilogy out of all the Halo games. And I feel like this game really needed to be more like Halo 3, like have it be like an actual war instead of just being the chief on his own. Because there's like no other people in the game besides him and the pilot. Like no other main characters besides the villains, which is kind of sad, but I did like this. I like the game overall. Still think it's fun. And next up is Halo 5. This one's not very good. I used to like it like when I was younger, but that's only because I hadn't played the other ones. I saw this one, like, I saw this used copy and I decided to grab it. And I hadn't played any of the other Halo games. I played a little bit of 3, but this was my first, like, actual Halo game I played all the way through. And I liked it at first, but as I got older and I played more of it, I didn't like it as much. I did like the multiplayer, though. Even though it's really different from all the other Halo games, I did enjoy it. It was pretty fun. Especially the War Zone fight, where it was, like, giant like 12v12 teams. That game was fun. That was such a fun mode. Next up, Halo Wars 2. I never beat this game. I did enjoy it though. It was pretty fun. This was my first like RTS game. I had never really played one. And this one was pretty cool. I just got stuck on one part and I never ended up finishing it. But honestly, this game's pretty good. I feel like it's underrated. I don't know how. I've never played the original Halo Wars, but I actually did enjoy this. I might play the original Halo Wars one of these days, but I don't know. All right, next up we have Lego Jurassic World. This game, it's pretty fun to be honest. I got this long time ago when I was a kid, and I played it like really like I went through it like really fast because I really liked the Jurassic Park movies. So I played through that like really fast, and yeah, that's all I really got to say about it. Next up is Lego Marvel. This is one of the very first games I ever got for the Xbox. I got this game and another game I'm gonna talk about. I got this one and one other game and Minecraft that came with the Xbox. And this is my first game ever. This one's fun. I really like this one. Each of the characters have their own abilities, which is really cool. And as the open world was really fun. It was like Lego Batman 2, but more colors, because Lego Batman 2's art style is pretty like muddy since it's Gotham, but I like the way Marvel superheroes looks instead because everything just looks much nicer. And next up is Mafia. This is a really good remake. This is a remake of the first game that came out like in 2001, 2002, something like that. But this game's really fun. I really like the story. The only thing is it's kind of like it's a little clunky. Like some of the animations are kind of like they're not bad, but like it's sort of like a Rockstar game where the animations are. It's like that's like the main focus of the gameplay, like getting the animations and making them seamless. But it makes the characters kind of like way too heavy. Like the action's not nearly as fast as I would want it to. But I really enjoyed this game. Also, this game's kind of weird because it has an open world, but not really because you can't. There's not much to do in the open world. It's just like a set dressing, just to go from one place to the next. But overall, I like the game. I think it's really good. I haven't played Mafia 2 yet or 3, but I'm going to probably get to Mafia 2 one of these days, but I don't know about 3 because I've heard that one's very good. Next up is Minecraft Story Mode. I got this a long time ago, like 6 years ago. So I was still a kid. And yeah, let's just not discuss that any further. I got PUBG. One of the worst like Xbox games ever. Like this was really bad. For the longest time, I thought it was just my internet because I didn't have really good internet at the time when I bought this. I was like, oh, it's just my internet why the game is runs so terribly. But no, it was just the port. This port is horrible. I don't know if it's gotten any better now, but I might about this because I bought this and like a year or so later, the game went free to play. So I literally have this and I don't really have any purpose for it. The game was really bad. I did not like it at all. It was like it was super buggy. I thought it was just wrong with my internet for the longest time, but no, it was just that port is really really bad. All right, next up is Red Dead Redemption 1. I really like this. I haven't played this game actually, never mind. I was about to say I like it, but I haven't played it yet. I bought this like 4 years ago and I still haven't played it. I feel really bad. But yeah, I bought that one because I played Red Dead Redemption 2 first. This is probably like the first M-rated game I owned. I really like this game. The only thing I don't really like is it's not the most fun to replay. Because the main issue is like this game is story is like so like it holds your hand so much that if you really want to get back into it, like you have to restart everything and it's pretty slow. Like you can't just go on a rampage like immediately like you can in the GTA game. So it's kind of hard to replay, especially with how long the game is. And overall, it's just kind of sad to replay once you know how the story's gonna go. So I tried replaying it on the PlayStation, but I haven't gone that far. Mostly just because the opening missions are pretty boring. It's just mostly tutorial missions. All right, next up is Resident Evil 3. It's the remake that came out like in 2020. And yeah, this game's not that good, sadly. Because I really like the Resident Evil 2 remake. That one's really, really good. That was the first Resident Evil game I played. And this one is kind of fun. Like, it is fun in sections, but it's also way too short. Like, if you look at this game and compare with the original, I haven't played the original, but like when you compare the original, like they cut out a bunch of stuff from that original game, which is really weird. And also, like, there's just a bunch of stuff in here, like the Nemesis fights that were kind of boring. Like, boss fights in Resident Evil games weren't really that good, like, until recent. Like, with the RE4 remake, the boss fights get really good in that game, but we'll talk about the game when we get to it. But, yeah, this game was pretty disappointing. Like, I don't know why they rushed it so much as they did, because you can clearly tell, like, they just wanted to get this one out as fast as possible. It only came out a year after the Resident Evil 2 remake. So, next up is Rocket League, another multiplayer game that I got that's now free. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that it's free now, but I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. I played this game. I got it like for Christmas one time, and I couldn't really get into it. I just was never that good at the game, so I never really felt like playing it because I just could never get good. Like I was so bad at the game. Like getting a goal was so rare to me. Getting a goal in this game was like winning a battle royale in solo, like in Fortnite when I was really bad. Like it was hard. And I was playing with my cousins, and I would still do really, really bad. Like they would get like 2 goals, and I'd be lucky to even get like an assist. I was so bad at the game. Next up, a game I'm actually good at is Jedi Fallen Order. I really like this game. I played it like I don't know, like 4 years ago, 4 or 3 years ago, something like that. But I played it recently on the PlayStation, and it's really fun. I really like this game. I replayed the game to like replay the sequel, which I still haven't gotten to, and I really like this game. It was like the first like Souls like, if you can really call it something like that, like Souls like game, where it's just like really hard and like you have to the levels are interconnected and you have like bonfires or the meditation sites, like that style of gameplay. This was my first one, and I really like this one. Really cool. I haven't played the sequel yet, but hey, I'll get to it. I own it. And next up is Spider-Man 2, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. This is the game. This game held me over until I got a PlayStation because this was the only the PlayStation Spider-Man game on the Xbox One, which is really annoying because this game wasn't very good. Like there's certain moments that I like about it. Like I don't hate it as much as other people, but like I like the web swinging a lot, and some of like the boss fights are kind of cool. Like the Electro one's really cool. But yeah, this game's not that it's not that good. Like for some reason these copies are like really rare to find for like Xbox and PlayStation. So they'll be selling for like $60-$70, which is crazy. I bought mine for like 35 like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And this is probably one of the more expensive games I have in my collection. I have others that are more expensive, but I'll get to those later. But yeah, this game's not very good, but I'm not. I still, it holds a special place in my heart because it was like the only Spider-Man game I had for so long. Still, the graphics on this game are terrible though. Like they're awful. All right, last 3 games coming up. I haven't played these next 2, but State of Decay. I think I bought this one and Call of Duty the same day, but I'm not too sure. But I got these around the same time. I got them at GameStop. This was like $4, $5. Like, it was super cheap. So I said, nah, why not? I still haven't played it, but hey, I'll probably get to it eventually. Probably. All right, and next up is Sunset Overdrive. I finished. I really like this game. This is made by Insomniac, the people who made the Ratchet and Clank and the Spider-Man, the newer Spider-Man games, and I really like it. It's the only like bad thing about the game is it got kind of repetitive. Like I played it for like a lot for like a month, but then I like stopped because I got kind of bored and I didn't pick it up till like almost a year later. But I really like it. It's a really cool game. Like the art style's really nice. It's like cell shaded. It looks really, really cool. Like it's a really colorful game, and the gameplay's really fun. I hope they make a sequel, but I doubt they will. But it was one of the few good Xbox exclusives that wasn't just boresome. And one thing that's cool about these two is that they both have the day one like banner, because I guess these are like games you got like the first print of the games. I'm not too sure, but still cool to have. Oh, also, I'm pretty sure I showed it off in the last video, but I didn't have this case originally. I had a basic GameStop case, but I found a physical copy with the case at a GameStop one time. So now I have this game I have 2 copies of the game, but I just kept this case because I liked the artwork and I didn't want to have that ugly looking GameStop case. And last Xbox game I have, Xbox One game, is UFC. This, along with Marvel Superheroes, was the very first Xbox games I ever bought. But I didn't play this game a whole lot, but I did play with my cousins quite a bit. Like when they would come over, and this game was fun. I really like the UFC games. I haven't played the newer ones, but this one was pretty fun to play. Also wanted to bring up this. I have Lego Batman. It's not shown because it's the pre-owned box, and I really don't like how that looks, so I just have it behind the rest of the games. But I have Lego Batman 2. Lego Batman 1. I also have that one. It's just I don't like to show it because it's ugly case. But yeah, that's all the Xbox games. Oh god, 17 minutes. This is gonna be super long. But down here, I wanted to show off the Funko Pops. I haven't bought any Funko Pops in over a year or two because I just don't have I don't have a whole lot of space, and I've kind of fallen out of liking these things because they're just not very. They're kind of pointless because you just buy them and that's it. They take up quite a bit of space because I keep them in the boxes. A lot of them aren't stable. Some of them will fall, and plus some of these I just like the way the box looks. But a lot of these I just keep them in the box, and I don't have that much now. And I probably won't buy any more. To be honest, the next time I make a video, I might not even have these anymore. I might move them somewhere else to make room for more games and stuff. But these are the ones without boxes. It's T-Rex. I have Bob Ross, Thor, and Hulk from Thor Ragnarok, and a Velociraptor. And back here we have Naruto. It's this 6 Path Sage version. We have Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. And we have Spike from Cowboy Bebop. So it's cool though, because these 3 boxed ones that I have are all anime. And in the background we have Godzilla. I really don't want to bring him out because it's just really cool version that has glowing eyes. But I want to pull them out because there's a bunch of these other ones in the way, and I don't really want to make them fall over. But that's it for this first quarter of the collection. Time to move on to something much, much, much worse. Not worse, just more things. Alright, so first up, this top there's all the Berserk books. Not all of them. I have all of them except 3, 13, and 14. I don't have 3 because I got that one at the library one time, and I just decided to just keep buying the ones I hadn't read because I didn't want to waste more money because these are expensive. They're $30 each, except these first 2. For some reason, these first 2 were $50, and the rest going from 5 onwards were $30. I don't know why these first few volumes are so expensive, but Yeah, they were, I don't know. But I said I had 9, 10, 11, 12 back here. And it's because I put them back here because there's no more room up front. But yeah, I have all of them up to 12. I just need 13, 14, and 3. And I'll have the complete collection. But yeah, I chose to get these deluxe ones instead of the smaller sets because these deluxe have really big art and it looks really cool. Like, I want to show you one of the better ones. Nope, I'm not showing that one. That's the Eclipse, no way. Yeah, like, these have some really big art now because of how big the books are, and it looks really, really cool. So I chose this one over the smaller sets because I'd rather have these really big pages just to appreciate the art more because this series has some really, really good art. But that's the whole Berserk collection. All right, down here is the Wii games. I have the Wii right here. Because holding up the games because I don't have anything else to like hold it. But I have the game here and some of the cables in the background. But yeah, so first up with the Wii games, we have Barbie, the best game ever made. This was my sister's, but I didn't feel like getting rid of it, so I just kept it in the collection just because it's kind of funny to have all these games and then have the Berserk books right on top of the Barbie game. Like, there's nothing that fits more than that. All right, next up is the Incredible Hulk. I really like this game. It was like, I played this with my cousins like years ago. Like they had it on their PS2 and it was so much fun. So I saw it at GameStop once. I bought it. And then I got robbed with all my old Wii games because this is my second Wii. Because I had another Wii, but that one got robbed. But yeah, I bought this game again because like a few years ago because I felt nostalgic. But next up is Lego Batman 2. One of the oldest games in my collection because I've had this since launch, I think, like 2012. Because this case has gone through it. It's like all damaged. But yeah, this game is so much fun. Like, the Wii didn't have like any open world games. Like not that much. But Lego Batman 2 started the Lego trend of having like open worlds, which was super cool. Because I really liked the first Lego Batman. And then having Lego Batman 2 be open world was crazy. Because you can ride the Batmobile on all the different villain vehicles and like flying vehicles. It was so cool. I even have Lego Batman 1, like the original copy in here as well. Yeah. Because I don't know what happened to my old copy. I think that one got stolen as well. But yeah, that one survived the robbery. Alright, next up is Lego Harry Potter. I didn't like this one that much. Out of all the Lego games I played, they didn't really like this one that much. Mostly because I'm not a Harry Potter fan. I just saw this at the store one time and decided to grab it. But yeah, I wasn't really a fan of this one. This is probably my least favorite out of all the Lego games. Lord of the Rings was pretty cool. I still haven't seen the movies. I'm not like a fan of them. But this game was kind of cool because it was also open world. The only bad thing is since I didn't watch the movies, I can't really like appreciate much of the scenes they were adapting. Plus, this game had like a bunch of side activities and it got kind of boring, so I never did it. And next up is Lego Star Wars, the best Lego game. I love this game. This is a complete saga. So it gets all the movies, like the first 6. And this game's so much fun. Like, I no joke, having watched most of the Star Wars movies, like, in full. Like, the original trilogy, I haven't seen a single one, like, fully. Like, from start to finish, I haven't watched a single one. But I know what happens because of the Lego games. This is my main, like, Star Wars Bible for me. Like, I know most of the events from the movies, I know because of this game. I love this game. This game is amazing. I haven't played the Star Wars saga. The Skywalker saga, I don't know, but I know that can never ever be as good as that one, as the original trilogy. All right, next up is Lego Star Wars 3. I have no idea what happened to this copy. Like, I genuinely don't know what happened to the game. Like, the game just disappeared one time, and I just haven't played the game since. But this game was really fun because I remember that there was like here it says in the back. Yeah, you could have your own army and stuff in the game, and like there was like armies. Yeah, like a war mode. It was so cool. It was such a fun game. I have no idea what happened to it. All right, next up is Monster Trucks Arenas. This is a really, really bad game. This game was made by Data Design Interactive. If you guys don't know who that is, it's this really bad company. They used to make a lot of these like bad like Wii games that were like real cheap, but like they were super bad. Like, their whole business strategy was basically just make games for cheap, sell them for cheap, and that's it. New Super Mario Bros. Wii. This game was so much fun. This has a funny story too, because this wasn't mine originally. This was my cousin's. He let me borrow it. Then when my Wii got stolen, like my old Wii got stolen, I got that copy of the Mario of the Wii game was gone. Like that one was in the Wii when it got stolen, so the disc was gone. But when I bought a new Wii, it already came with this inside the console. So I'm like, cool, I got a replacement. But yeah, this game's really fun. I've never been able to beat this like without help because I was super bad at these games, and I'm still bad. I tried playing them once, and I just couldn't do it. Like I could never get used to the 2D Mario games. I don't know why. I just always had trouble with these. Next up is Skylanders. This game was fun. It's just it gets pretty boring after a while. Like, plus since you have to keep buying stuff, it was just really annoying to like keep having to buy buy new figures and stuff. So I just kind of like stopped playing after a while. Plus I got stuck on the final boss, so I never beat it. Which is disappointing. Next up is Sonic and the Secret Rings. This is one of my favorite games. Like I have so much nostalgia with this game because I got this like years ago, like 10 plus years ago now. Like this is one of the oldest games I have that I've owned for now, and I like this game. I haven't played it recently, so I don't know how it's gonna hold up like if I replayed it. But this game was hard. I was pretty bad at it as well because the controls in this game are like genuinely not that good. Because they're it's all about like shaking the Wii remote. Like to attack, you use the homing attack, and you gotta like move the controller forward, and you have to like time it perfectly. And I was never good at that, so I never finished the game either. I got stuck on like near the final boss. But yeah, that game was pretty fun. I like the party mode. It's a Mario Party ripoff, but it was still pretty fun. All right, next I got these last few Wii games. My Wii. Oh. All right. Last few Wii games, we got Spider-Man 3. This one is awful. I don't like this one. This is probably the worst Spider-Man game ever. People say the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is bad. This one's worse. I hate the Wii version. The controls are terrible. Like no joke. You press the Z button on the nunchuck to jump. It's so weird. And then you press the A button is a strong attack. And one thing that is cool about this game though is you can swing with each hand. Like if you swing the Wii remote, you'll swing out the right, and if you swing it with the nunchuck, you'll swing with your right arm. But still, this game was not very fun. Like I could never tell like what was the easy or the hard difficulty, and I just couldn't get it, bro. I was so bad with this game. I beat it, but this game was not fun at all. And there's like nothing to do. Like it's just fighting, like all fighting. Like all the side activities are just gangs. The gang like encounters, and they're just not fun. Like plus the story, the actual like missions are super boring. But yeah, I do not like that game. My little cousin keeps wanting to like buy a copy because he still has a Wii. But I'm like, no, don't play that game. I buy all the other Spider-Man games, but not that one. The next up, we got Edge of Time, a much better Spider-Man game. And what I think is underrated, because a lot of people don't like this game because of how short it is. And also because it's like really similar to the next game, the Shattered Dimensions. But this one doesn't have nearly as much content. And I get that. Like, this game was made like in a hurry. Like, they made this like a year after Shattered Dimensions. And you can definitely tell because this has way less variety and like environments, enemies, and bosses. Like this game only has like 3 bosses. It's pretty sad. But I still really like this game. Like this is really nostalgic for me. I played this like when it first came out, like back in 2011. This was a really one of my favorite games. I really like this one. Really underrated. Next up is Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. This is probably the most fun Spider-Man game out of all of them, just due to how much like variety there is. I mean, each mission in the game is a boss. Like every single mission is a different boss that you fight, and there's 4 different Spider-Man you can play as: the 2099, Ultimate, Amazing, and Noir. And the game was so much fun. I loved the Noir sections in particular because I'd never played the Batman games. So I've never really played any stealth games like that, and it was so much fun. I love this game. Next up is Web of Shadows. I actually lied. Shattered Dimensions isn't the most fun. This is the most fun. This is an amazing Spider-Man game. I love this game. Story is not very good, but the gameplay is still unmatched. No, not a single Spider-Man game hasn't gone close to what this game has. Like, Spider-Man on the PlayStation is fun, but it doesn't compare to this. Like, the combat in this game is so much fun. That's kind of the issue. There's only combat. Like, there's not really any side stuff, which is kind of disappointing. Plus, the story's not that good, as I said. There's just fighting. All the side activities are just fighting or saving people, so it gets kind of boring. But this game was also super rushed, like because they were apparently gonna do more stuff, but they just didn't have time to do it. And yeah, it's kind of it sucks what happened though, because the developers got shut down shortly after that game because it flopped because Spider-Man 3 was really bad, like so it didn't really sell. A lot of people wanted to get another Spider-Man game a year after. But yeah, this game's really fun if you are able to find a copy, because copies of that game are hard to find now because the Xbox versions and the PlayStation versions are like super expensive, like $100+, and the PC version's been delisted for years. But yeah, this game's so much fun. If you ever get a chance, you should play it. Next up is SpongeBob Blobs of Doom. I actually like this game. This game was really fun. It's been years since I played it, so I don't know how it holds up. This game was really fun. It was just a really fun like Nickelodeon game, and I really enjoyed it. Really easy, really fast, which was pretty fun about. Which is what I liked about it. You can get through the game really fast. Speaking of SpongeBob, we have SpongeBob Truth or Square. A lot of people don't like this game, but I actually do enjoy it. It is pretty different from the Xbox version, because from what I understand, the Xbox version is open world, which is kind of weird. Because this one's like mission design. Like you're all in SpongeBob's house, and you can only like it's a mission select. That's all you really have. But I still enjoyed it. It was really fun. Like same, I think I got this one and the Lego Batman 2 around the same time, like 2012. But so it's I have a lot of memories with that game. It's really fun. Next up is Wipeout Crate and Crash. I actually think this is like the last Wii game I bought like when I only had a Wii. Because I saw this was like on sale for Black Friday and I got it. And I really like it. It's like looking back at it, like I can tell this game's not very good because there's like 15 missions, that's it. And they can all be each mission can be completed like in 10 minutes. So at most you're getting like 2 hours, 3 hours of like gameplay. But this was still really funny, and I still enjoyed it. I have a lot of memories with this because I really liked it. I played like the other Wipeout games, like Wipeout 2 and 3 on like before. But yeah, this is the only one I own, like the only Wipeout game I own. And I do like it. Like I understand it's not good, but I still have nostalgia with it, and it's pretty fun. But that runs out all the Wii games, all the second quarter. This wasn't as long because the Berserk part was pretty easy to explain. Now let's move on over to the PlayStation section. Oh boy. This is where it gets painful. Alright, we first got to start with the PlayStation 4 collection. This collection's grown way more. The PS4 collection for me has grown more. Mostly because I bought, like a little bit afterwards, after I made the video, I bought quite a bit of like PS4 games. But first up is, hold up, let me sit down real quick. First up is Cyberpunk. I still haven't played this. Main reason is I bought the game like 2021, like a really long time ago. Hold on, let me switch this. I got this game a long time ago, 2021, because there was supposed to be a next gen version like in 2022. And I'm like, or not, there was supposed to be a next gen version like coming in 2021, but it never came. It got delayed to 2021 to 2022. And so I never played it because by the time the next gen patch came out, I stopped. I didn't really want to play because I was playing a bunch of other games, and then the DLC recently came out, and I want to play that too. So I don't know. I'll get to this game eventually. I don't know. I'm playing through. I have a huge backlog. Like, next up, I'll speak about my backlog later, but I have a really large backlog of both games and movies. But here, let's start. Next game is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I actually really like this game. I got this game for free from my cousin. I really enjoyed the game. It's just I didn't play the multiplayer all that much because I got busy with other games. But I like the campaign. The campaign was actually really good. This is the first Call of Duty campaign I actually played all the way through. Like I played sections of other Call of Duty games, but this one was really, really fun. I actually liked that one. And next up is Days Gone. I borrowed this from my cousin years ago. I still haven't played it, so there's not much to say on that one. Hotline Miami. I haven't played this is a collection, like Hotline Miami 1 and 2. I've played the first one all the way through, but I haven't started the second one. Hotline Miami 1 was pretty fun. I just was pretty bad at it, so I got frustrated pretty often because I was pretty bad. But this game's pretty trippy. Like I don't understand a lot of stuff in here, but it is pretty cool though. Like I found it pretty fun. Next up is Sleeping Dogs. I got this not too long ago, and I haven't really played it at all. Actually, not I probably got this like 6 months ago or so. But yeah, I haven't played it, so I can't say too much. Another game I borrowed from my cousin, similar. Same, I borrowed this and Days Gone from my cousin. I haven't played it yet, so let's not talk about that. Next up is The Last of Us 2, one of the few games on the PlayStation that I have played. This game I didn't really like that much. I liked the first game, like it's pretty good. Like I don't love it as much as other people because I feel other people like act like this is the first Last of Us is the greatest game ever made, and I'm just telling, bro, they clearly haven't played San Andreas. Anyways, this game, the actual gameplay is actually pretty fun. Like I enjoyed the gameplay for this game more than the first game, mostly because there's more like they added more stuff to the stealth. Like you can prone now, like you can hide better, and it's just more fun to play as, more fun to play than compared to the first one. But the main issue for me is the story. The spoilers if you haven't played this game, but I don't have a issue that they killed Joel. Like I understand, like that's a fine choice to make in the story. But the main issue is I have with the pacing. This game is really really long, like long, like 15 hours, like extremely long. And I feel like you can cut off like 4 hours of the game, and the game would be much better. Because there's a bunch of flashbacks. I feel, and then plus I feel like the game's out of order. I feel like Abby should have came in like you should have started playing as her immediately after she kills Joel. Because the game has you they kill Joel, and then you play as Ellie trying to find Abby, and it does that for like the first 8 hours or so of the game, and then you get to a certain point where the perspectives change, and you start playing as Abby for like another 5 or 6 hours. And by the time, like the whole time I was playing as Abby, I'm like, I want to get back to Ellie. I want to know what happened. I feel like if they did if they switched it around, it would have been more interesting. Because if you play as Abby first, and then you see Ellie like at the midway point and getting to play as her would be more interesting than having the story go through, stopping, going back in time, playing as a character I don't really like. And then the ending I don't really like the ending either. I think it's kind of dumb. Next up is the Uncharted games, the Nathan Drake collection, Uncharted 4. I haven't played any of these games. These are the games that are next on my list to play. So I'll get to. I haven't played. There's not much to say on those, sadly, but I do want to play them. It's 4 games, or like 12 plus hours each. So it's kind of hard to start to pick up and play. But yeah, I'll get to them eventually. So now we're starting with the PS5 games, and first up is Aliens Fireteam Elite. I played this game not a whole lot, mostly because I had no one no other friends that have like PlayStation 5s, and not a lot of them have like this game in particular. So like playing solo isn't really fun, and then playing online is also kind of hard because I played it online a few times, but I kept getting disconnected, and now I don't have the online. I don't have the PS Plus no more, so I haven't really played this game too much. I played a little bit, but it was pretty fun. Like it was not a bad game. It's just it was kind of boring because it was a co-op game, and I was playing on my own, and some of the later sections got kind of hard. So yeah, I didn't play this one too much. Crap, I'm dropping the games. Crap. Hold on, don't fall. Alright. Next up is Dead Space, a game I have played all the way through the end. I even started a second playthrough, but I didn't get through it, but this game was so much fun. I made a few videos on it. I'll link them just check the top right of the screen. But yeah, this game is really, really good. Really, really fun. Like, I played the original a little bit, but I never beat it. But this one, I played this one all the way through, and this one was so much fun. The graphics are really good. It was pretty scary too, like, because the original game was scary, but this one's much worse because the lighting is much more like the lighting is dark. Like, without a flashlight, you can't see nothing. Like, this game was scarier. Plus, the graphics made everything look a lot nastier, way more viscerals. Yeah, so I preferred I didn't play too much of the original, but yeah, the remake is much better, much cooler looking. Next up is Death Stranding. I haven't played this game, so I'm not going to speak on it yet. I do want to play the sequel, though, especially with that recent trailer. That recent trailer was absolutely insane. And next up is Elden Ring, a game I've played. I haven't beat it, but I played quite a bit of it, like, no joke, like 60 hours. Like, I played a lot of this game, but I feel like I haven't even got halfway through, like, the content at all. But this game is fun. Only hard thing is, like it requires a ton of time to play, and, like, with me having so much stuff in my backlog, like, it's kind of hard to, like, fully commit to myself to this game. But I really enjoy it. It's really fun. It's not my favorite of the Souls game, mostly because I haven't finished it. I prefer Demon Souls more, just because it's faster to get through and it's pretty easy. Yeah, but look at me. I want easier. I can't handle challenge. But anyways, next up is Ghost of Tsushima. I recently beat this game. I beat both the main game and the expansion. And to be completely honest, I'm not as big of a fan of this game as other people are. Main reason is I actually stopped and did the side stuff. And when you do that, like early on, you can basically max out everything, like before you even finish the first act of the story. And that was kind of an issue with me because since I did all that side stuff, the game was kind of easy like most of the time. Like the main thing that got me later on was the harder enemies that had more health, and just I didn't get the parries down. Like once you get parries down, this game's super easy, like super easy. But I was playing on normal, so that's probably why. But yeah, like the first third, I felt like I saw everything that the game had to offer, and the story was fine. It was just kind of there was like so much like other side stuff that got in the way. Like when I was playing, like I did some of the side activities, and I really wish I didn't do that because I felt that hurt the momentum of the story for me. But overall, the story's good. Like I'm not saying it's bad. It's just some of the missions. It got kind of boring after a while. But I did like the expansion, Iki Island. I really like the expansion. I think I like the expansions more than the main game. To be completely honest with you, it's not as long and the open world isn't as big, so it's easier to get through. And I really like the story for the expansion. Like it was really good. Like it was shockingly good for it just being like a little DLC. And next up is God of War Ragnarok. This game I really liked when I first played it, but over time I've like kind of gone a little bit more critical of the story. Like I feel like the way the game is like presented, like with the one take style, I feel like that isn't very like. I feel like it limits the story a lot because you can't really show too much things off. You can't show anything off screen, so it means like a bunch of stuff like happens off screen and you're just not there. Like the ending feels like really rushed because basically what happens is characters like, all right, get ready for war, and you do one mission and everything's ready. So I don't know, like the lead up to a giant war that happens near the end, like it doesn't get a proper build up. Like Kratos just says, get an army, and next thing you know, he has an army. I don't know. It's just I feel like the way the game is presented is kind of limiting. Same thing happened with Halo Infinite, but yeah, I'll probably talk about it further in another video. But I played the expansion, the DLC, the Valhalla, and it was really fun. I really liked Valhalla. It wasn't too hard until the very like final like boss. That was pretty rough, but I really liked Valhalla. It was a really fun expansion or DLC. I don't know what to call it. Next up is the Nioh Collection. I got this Black Friday and I still haven't played it, so there's not much to say on it. Yeah, I forgot to mention Death Stranding and Nioh were two games that I got for Black Friday. I got a few others, but I'll talk to them later. Resident Evil 8 Village. This one was really fun. The story's like the overall game is kind of mixed. Like some sections of the game are much better than other sections, so it's kind of a mixed bag for me. Like plus the story is really bad for this one. Like even compared to some of the other Resident Evil games, like this story is really bad. Like I felt like they just threw every idea they had in there and didn't even like worry if they were good or not. Like it was crazy. But this game's it is pretty fun. Like I'm not saying it's a bad game, but it was pretty fun. I did enjoy it. And you guys can see my playthrough on my channel. So just look for that. Look for the playlist. And yeah, go watch it. Right, next up is Resident Evil 4, a much better Resident Evil game. And no joke, this might be better than the original. Like no joke. I don't know. I would have to replay both and compare side to side, but this one was so much fun. Main thing about this is that this game is Resident Evil 4, like the original, but they added way more stuff. Like they added stealth, they added parrying, which is so much fun. I love parrying stuff in this game. This game is so much fun. They added more action elements, but they also added more horror elements. So I didn't feel like it was like going too far into action, which was really nice. Because I feel like all the other games after 4, like they focus too much on action, like 5 and 6. But this game also has a bunch of action, but they also emphasize the horror more than the original, which is really nice. But yeah, I love this game. I haven't played Assignment Ada yet, the DLC, but I'll get to it eventually. But I really like that game. I played it once, and I like genuinely wanted to play it over again. Next up is Returnal. I still haven't beat this game. I really want to beat it. It just takes so much time. Like I played this game for 30 hours and I'm like, okay, that was a good game because I was thinking it was ending and then I get an achievement saying you completed Act 1. I'm like, no way. I'm not beating that. So I started playing other games. But I really liked Returnal. Like it's a bunch of fun. It just takes really long. Next up is Spider-Man 2. I beat this. This game is really new and I beat it not too long ago and I'm not really a big fan of it. I want to make a video on this eventually, so I won't say too much on it, but this is extraordinarily rushed. Like, you can tell that this game was supposed to be, like, 10 hours longer, but they were supposed to cut, like, everything from the third act. It's actually shocking how bad, like, the final third act of the game is. Like, it's so unbelievably rushed. Like, I feel like the third act is, like, only, like, 4 missions long, and that's how long it felt. Like, it was really bad. But yeah, the gameplay was fine. It was just, I feel like this game had like they needed like 2 extra years of development. Like there's so little like new stuff added, other than like with the web wings. And yeah, there's just a bunch of issues I have with it, but I kind of want to go into it right now because that would make the video too long. And next up is Jedi Survivor, sequel to Fallen Order. I haven't played this game yet, but I got it for Black Friday. But I need to get to it one of these days. I think I'm gonna play Uncharted than this next. But yeah, I haven't played this yet. Next up is another game I haven't played. Sonic Origins, another game I got for Black Friday. And I saw this for like $20. And this is basically like, this is Sonic Origins Plus. So it's like it has a bunch of like the older Sonic games like available on the PS5. So I just wanted to grab it because I really like the old Sonic games, especially Sonic 2. I haven't played 3 though, or 3 or Knuckles, like, so I wanted to play it through this. So yeah, I haven't played it yet, so I can't speak too much on it. But I did play Sifu. I made a playthrough of this in my on my channel, and I really like this game. This game's so much fun. It's a really different like action game. Like it's similar. I don't want to say Dark Souls like, cause just because the game's hard, it doesn't mean it's doesn't mean it's like a Dark Souls game, but I don't know. I feel like if I say Souls, like, you'll get that's difficult. But this game's really fun. It's a kung fu game. It's extremely fun, and I really like the mechanic of if you die, you age. So you have to, like, quickly run through the game as fast as you can. When I actually ended up planning the game, and when I did that, like, I beat the game. I was super good at the game. Like, I could go through the whole mission without dying. Like, the first 2 missions without dying, and it was really cool. I only really died during the boss fights. But yeah, like I know Joke got one of the final achievements in that game is beat the game under 25 years old. And like all my deaths were like near the end. Like it was so scary. That ending fight was hard. But yeah, that's all my PlayStation and my PlayStation games, like for now, at least. But let's go look down here and let's look at the Legos. Shoot, I hit my tripod. If you can see there, I got the Sonic set and the Jurassic Park set in the background. I have videos of myself building those, like both on my channel, but yeah, there's not too much to talk about those. It's just Legos that I own. All right, next up, we're done with this third section. I'm gonna move on to the fourth and final section of this part of the collection. This section mostly has movies, but there's also this little Kaku Demon toy. I have a little short on that. It's still getting views somehow. I have a little Daredevil. I lied. Those weren't the only Funkos I have. I also have this little Daredevil Funko, which I really like. And I have a PlayStation 2 game here. Burnout 3 Takedown. I haven't played it too much. I played like the first race or so. But this game was pretty cool. Like you can take down, like it's really easy to take down people. Like in this game, and you can get taken down really quickly as well. So this game, I need to like play through this game. Like I need to sit down and play through it, like, and see everything it has to offer. Because I played it a little bit and it was pretty fun. I have the Beavis and Butthead collection. A series. I don't even know. I was gonna say something like smart, but I couldn't think of anything like. But yeah, only the highest class of entertainment available. Beavis and Butthead comes with the entire like show, like the old show and the 2011 show and the movie. Absolutely amazing series. I love this series. It's so funny. And continuing with the TV, we got SpongeBob. We got SpongeBob season 1, 2, and 3 I love these. I love these. Like this show so much, so I had to buy the collection. Like I had to. Like I just couldn't. Like I'm not paying for Paramount Plus, man. All right, next up is Fast and Furious. It comes with the 8 movies, like the first 8, because when I got this, the ninth and 10th movie weren't out yet. But yeah, I watched all of these. Besides, I watched all the movies in this collection, with Too Fast, Too Furious being the best one, of course. But I haven't watched F9 or Fast 10 or Fast X as it's called. But yeah, I really like the series. It's pretty fun. It's just I didn't like one of them, and I'll talk to you about that later. But down here is part of my Blu-ray collection, 4K on Blu-ray collection. I have more in another spot I'll show shortly, but we'll start off with these right now. And these first 5 or so are all steelbooks. So first up is Dredd. This is a really good action movie. I love Dredd crap. You can see I'm reflecting a bunch of things. You can see the phone there. But yeah, I want to show this one. No, it's too reflective. All right, it doesn't matter. This movie's so much fun. This movie's amazing. Like it's actually super cool. The movie is located in one location, and it's just Judge Dredd stuck in an apartment complex with a bunch of criminals, and it's really, really good action movie. I love it. And next up is Sicario. Really good movie. It's by the director of Dune and Blade Runner, Denis Villeneuve. And this is a really, really good crime film. I really enjoy it. It also looks really good. Like it's shot incredibly well. Like I really enjoy this movie. I also have next up Sonic 2. Yes. Perfect in the collection. Perfect. Right next to Dredd and Sicario, we got Sonic 2. I like this movie a lot. Like I genuinely like this movie. It's so much fun. Like I like the first one. It's just this one's much better because it actually has Knuckles and Tails, and Eggman looks like he does in the games. Like this is shockingly one of the most faithful like video game movies ever, and I really like it. I think it's really cool. Like you can clearly tell that this movie was made by people who actually do like Sonic. And next up is Django Unchained. This is one of the few Quentin Tarantino movies I've seen, but I have a few others I need to watch, but yeah, this is the first one I saw. I really like this one. I need to rewatch it though because it's been a while and I don't really remember too much. But yeah, 2 movies surrounding Sonic 2, Django and Sicario. Perfect, fits in like a glove. All right, next up is Miami Vice. I like this movie a lot. I think it looks really good. Like this movie uses the cameras they use are like older digital cameras. So it's really grainy, and a lot of people don't like that, but I really enjoy how this movie looks. It looks really cool. The story's a bit kind of like I'm not as interested in the story. I'm more I prefer the way it looks more than anything, to be completely honest with you. And last up of the steelbooks that I have here on this, at least this section of my collection, is Perfect Blue. This is one of the few anime like films that I own because I don't like own a lot of them. But this is one of the few, and this one's really bad. This one's scary. Like this is genuinely like disturbing, really disturbing anime. I think it's really good, but it's super trippy, especially near the second half. Like I need to rewatch it because I don't think I understood everything that happened near the end. That movie was crazy though. Like it's genuinely like scary. All right, next up is Black Cat. This movie I got because I really like the director of this movie, Michael Mann. He directed both this movie, Miami Vice, and a few other movies I have over in my collection. But this movie's pretty good. Like not all, like there's issues with it. Like I can acknowledge that, and even the director's acknowledged it. He's acknowledged that it has issues, but I still like it. Like this collection specifically, this edition of the movie specifically has a director's cut. And I really like the director's cut. Like the theatrical cut's not very good. Like I can admit that, but I feel like the director's cut is still pretty good. This movie's still not good. Like it's nowhere near as good as Miami Vice or the rest of the movies that he's made. But I like this movie quite a bit. It's just this definitely has a bunch of issues that I could talk about for hours. But yeah, all right. Next up is Godzilla. I actually really like this movie. A lot of people don't really like it as much, mostly just because it doesn't show Godzilla that much. But I really enjoy it. Like I like how Godzilla he doesn't appear a lot, which is annoying. But every time he does appear, he leaves an impact. Like his presence is crazy. Like the scale of all the monsters in this movie are really good. I really like the way the director shot this. And this is probably my least favorite movie in the collection, Hobbs and Shaw. So I got this movie along with all the other Fast and Furious movies like at the same time, but I really did not like this one. I couldn't even get through it. Like, no joke. I watched it, I tried watching it, I tried finishing it. I couldn't. I just straight up couldn't watch it. I found it so annoying. Like, this movie's like the most corporate movie made of all time. Like, it feels like this movie was made by marketing people, like, who just looked at demographics like, oh, people like The Rock, people like Jason Statham, they like action. Why not add them all together? I did not like this movie, bro. There's a scene where Kevin Hart just appears out of nowhere, and that scene went on for like 5 minutes, and that's like where I turned off the movie. Like, I just couldn't get through. I was so bored. And next up is Spider-Man Homecoming. I actually like this movie quite a bit. A lot of people hate on the MCU Spider-Man movies because there is quite a bit of issues with it. But I actually like this movie. I think this movie is pretty good. It's my favorite out of the Spider-Man MCU movies. Even more than No Way Home. That is a pretty... I do enjoy that one quite a bit. Next up is Alien. This is my first... I've only seen this movie from the Alien like franchise. But I really like this one. This one's really good like horror movie. This one's scary. I love the atmosphere of the movie, like how the loneliness in space. It's really good. Hold on, I'm gonna move my camera back because you can barely see me. All right. I really like the atmosphere of the thing, like the isolated like feeling you get from this movie. I really like that, and it's really, really good. And I'm really excited for the new movie though, the Alien Romulus. The trailer looked really good. All right, next up is Ghost in the Shell. This is also like a really like philosophical like movie. There's a bunch of like stuff like you can analyze from this movie, and I feel like I need to rewatch it to get a proper like understanding of everything. But I really liked it. Like, this movie was beautifully animated, and it had like some really good sequences in it, and I really enjoyed it. I just feel like I need to watch it because I feel like I didn't get it. That sounds kind of dumb, but like, I just didn't get it because I'm not that smart. But next up is John Wick. These movies I can get. They're pretty simple. Man's dog gets killed. Man goes on rampage. This movie just comes with the first 3. It doesn't come with 4 because when I got this 4 hadn't came out yet. But honestly, I think even with 4 being as good as it is, I still think number 1 is my favorite. I think it's number 1, 4, 2, and then 3. And that's not to say like 3 or 2 are bad. It's just that I feel like 3 is the weakest just because it feels like a filler. Like, no joke. The second movie ends with everyone after John Wick. And the third one ends the same way. So yeah, the third one I feel is not as good, unfortunately, as the rest. But it's still a good movie. It's not a bad movie like at all. Oh. Alright, hold on. I like this furniture piece. The only bad thing is it's so like deep. Like, I can't put anything against the back wall. You can't see anything. So that means I have to leave it like this, and like that means I can't put something like too comfortably or else it'll fall. But yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with this for a while now. Maybe in the future I'll buy shelves, but I don't know. Alright, next up we have Puss in Boots. Yeah, I love this movie. I genuinely do really like this movie. This movie's incredible. I think a lot of people love Spider-Verse, and I like it too, but I feel like I prefer this one. Like, I don't know. I think this is probably one of my favorite like animated movies like that's come out like in the last 10 years. Like, this is a really, really good movie. I love this one. And this one, greatest movie ever made, Venom. This movie's admittedly not that good, but I just love Tom Hardy's performance in this. That dude goes crazy. Like, I feel like nobody loves these movies more than him, and it's just fun watching him. Like, you can tell that dude's having a great time. Next up is Spider-Man 3. Oh, not Spider-Man 3. The Spider-Man trilogies, the Sam Raimi ones. I love these movies, dude. I love them, especially 1 and 2. 3 is fine. Like, there's silly moments in it that are fun to watch, but overall, like, it's nowhere near as good as 1 or 2. Like, 1, I really like because I'm super nostalgic for this movie, and I think it's, like, the most fun to watch out of all of them. And then I like 2. Like, I really love 2. I think 2 is probably the best. Like, one of the best superhero movies ever made, like, easily. Really good. And then 3 is just funny to watch. It's just fun. But this edition's cool because it also comes with an extended cut of Spider-Man 3. Which actually changes quite a bit, but I still think the original version is a little bit better. Because the the director's cut makes the not the director's cut the extended or editor's cut makes some changes that I'm not really a fan of. But next up is another trilogy, the Dark Knight trilogy. I really like this like growing up, but as I grown up, there's like things I like less and less of it, and it's mostly because of another movie that recently came out that I'll talk about later. But I still think they're good. Like I love Batman Begins and Dark Knight, but Dark Knight Rises, I'm not a fan of it as much anymore. So, there's issues with it. Next up is Jurassic World movies. Comes with the five like Jurassic Park movies, like Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3, and then Jurassic World 1 and 2. And Jurassic, I used to like these movies a lot, like a few years ago, like when I was younger, like a teenager. But as I've grown up, I've liked them less and less. I still love number one. Number one's still like one of my favorite movies ever made, like one of my favorite movies ever. And I like two. Like two is genuinely like I do think two is underrated. Like it's really good. But as I get older, I like three, Lost World. I like Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic World, and Jurassic World 2. Honestly, the whole Jurassic World franchise is super bad, especially the third one. Don't even get me started on the third one. I'm just gonna put this away before you get mad. I also have a Blu-ray copy of Jurassic World because I got this when it came out. So yeah, I own 2 copies of this. And yeah, that's basically all my 4K collection ended here. And this was the start of my Blu-ray collection. I forgot to mention that. But next up is A Quiet Place. I like this one. This is a pretty good movie. It's not the most rewatchable. Like, I watched it once. I'm like, okay, that's good. And I don't know. Like, part of the enjoyment of the movie is how rewatchable are they. Like, do I want to watch them over again? If I do want to watch a movie over again, that means it's good. Like, really good. I can't explain it. Like, something about it. Like, when a movie's just good, like, I want to rewatch it. And, like, there's plenty of good movies that I like that I just don't want to rewatch. Like, I don't know. It's weird. I can't explain it. Especially not in this video. It's going to take too long. Next up is Captain America Civil War. I liked this movie a lot when I was younger and not as much anymore. I don't know. Something about it. It's just, I don't know. I haven't liked it in a while. I don't know why. Something about it's just off. But next up is Sicario 2. Not as good, nowhere near as good as the first one, but I still enjoy this one. I still think it's pretty good. I feel like this movie does get quite a bit of hate for some reason. I don't know. I still think it's a good movie. Like, I can't honestly say I think it's bad. It's a step down from the original, of course, but this is still a really good movie. I still think it's really good. Next up is Kong Skull Island. This movie's not very good. Like, I can admit that. But it's pretty cool, bro. It's just Big Monkey going crazy. I love this one. And then I have The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Haven't watched it. Main reason I got it is because I saw it was a Criterion. And that's mostly it. It's kind of a stupid reason, but hey, Criterions are pretty cool. I like having them. I have a few in a different location. I'll show later. But yeah, that's basically all the movies and stuff in my collection that's in this specific furniture piece. But yeah, if I bring this up a bit, I have even more things. Hold on, I can't see the camera. I'm holding this on the tripod. All right, so first up over here, and this is the top section, we have 3 Lego cars. I have a Ferrari, a Too Fast, Too Furious Nissan, and Dom's Charger from Fast and Furious. I just really like these Legos, so I decided to grab them. I just have them up here because I don't really have any other spot to put them. My Oscar for my incredible short movie I made. You guys should see it. It's on the channel. The All in a Day's Work. I got that from my class. But I also have a vinyl, and this is a Silent Hill 2 soundtrack. And I really like this. I think I don't listen to it. Like, I don't have a record player. I just bought it because I like the soundtrack that much, and I think this looks really good. I kept this little sliver on the side because I really like how it looks. I think the way it looks is nice. But yeah, this is my only vinyl I have for right now, but I really enjoy it, and I think I'm gonna buy more. Probably buy 3 and 4's soundtrack vinyl as well. And up here I have a little wooden man, and I have a PlayStation with a little game in there that might talk about a little bit later. I have the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox One. I don't use either that much. Like, I don't use them that much compared to the PlayStation. But I have been using the Xbox a little bit more to play some backwards compatible games. But next up is the PlayStation 5. This is my main console that I use. Like, I use this more than anything. And I really like it. It's really... The only like issue I have with the PlayStation so far is that the controllers. Like, to be completely honest, I have bought like 2 controllers, and they both have drift now, which is really annoying, which is stupid. But yeah, I've been using this for a while. I've had this for like 3 years now. Oh, not yet, not 3 years yet, but almost 3 years. And yeah, I use it for all my videos. Like all the games I play is on here. And yeah, I love this console. It's really fun. I like it. A little bit too big though. But here's the real thing. Here is my collection of movies that I need to watch. Those are all movies that most of these movies are from like Black Friday. I bought these movies, but I haven't watched them yet. So yeah, this is a pretty big collection I need to get to. The main reason why it's so high is because I bought a bunch of movies for Black Friday I still haven't seen. But I also had a few other movies that I've had for a while that I just haven't seen. I just need to find time to watch them because I have classes and I'm making videos, and then I mostly play video games on my free time, so I haven't really got to watching them. But some of these movies I have watched before, I just wanted to rewatch them since I have the physical copy now. But yeah, I'm gonna switch spots really quick. I'm gonna switch camera angles and I'll get back to this. All right, we're back on the floor now, but I just brought all the game. Oh, I brought all those movies that I had up there back down. And the first pile of movies I still haven't seen, or that I need to watch, is Nope. I haven't seen this one yet, and I saw this on sale for Black Friday, so I said, why not? So I bought it. I haven't watched it. I have seen this one though, Blade Runner 2049. I really like this movie. I think this movie looks great. Like, it's incredibly like good looking movie. I no joke bought this just because I wanted to watch it in like 4K. Because I always watch it I've only seen it like on Netflix. But I don't know, I can never get used, like my Wi-Fi's not always the best. It's not always like at the highest quality it can be. So I wanted to watch it like in the 4K. Watch the 4K disc on my PlayStation and on my TV. See how it looks. But yeah, I really like this movie. I think I like it more than the original, but I also haven't seen the original as much times as I've seen this one. I've seen this one like 3 times, I think. And I think I need to watch the original more just to like fully appreciate it. But I really like this movie. I think this movie is incredible. Next up is another movie I've seen, and it's Reservoir Dogs. Quentin Tarantino's first movie, like first official, like really big production. But this is a great movie. Like, this is actually amazing. I love this movie. I watched this movie and I wanted to watch it again, but like immediately after, but I wasn't able to because I had some other stuff to do. But this movie's incredible. I saw that this was on sale for Black Friday. I said immediate buy. It was like an immediate buy. And next up, the reason why I don't like the Dark Knight movies as much is the Batman. This is the best Batman movie. You guys can't lie to me on. You guys can't fight me on that. This is absolutely true. This is an incredible Batman movie. Not even joking. Like, I love this movie. This movie is basically everything that makes Batman good. Like, I watched this. I'm like, yeah, Batman. Like, this dude. I love this movie. They actually give Batman a character arc, which a lot of movies don't do. Like, I think the only other movie that had like a pretty good character arc for Batman was Batman Begins, and it's because it was his origin. Hi, buddy. But yeah, this is an incredible movie. It's shot incredibly well, and honestly, the only bad thing about this movie might be a little long. But other than that, I can't wait for the sequel. I hate that they delayed it because now I have to wait longer. But yeah, I love this movie. It's one of my favorite superhero movies ever. Next up is Pulp Fiction, another Quentin Tarantino movie. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll get to it eventually. Next up is Top Gun Maverick. I wanted to watch this one in the theaters, but I wasn't able to. I don't know. I should have set aside a day to watch it, but I regret it now because a lot of people say this movie is really good, and I really wish I could see it in theaters. Because apparently the theater experience was really good because like all the air combat was really cool, but yeah. I just need to watch it. I need to watch this movie. I did want to watch it. Next up is Scarface. I love this movie. I've seen this movie once before, and I love it. Like, it's such a good movie. I love Al Pacino gives a great performance in this. And I saw that the Steelbook was coming out. Best Buy was selling a Steelbook, so I bought it. I haven't seen it yet because this is all in the haven't watched pile yet. Well, I've seen the original movie, just not this version of it, not in 4K. But I love this movie. It's a great movie. Next up is American Psycho. I actually own 2 copies of it. I'll explain why later. But I really like this movie. It's pretty funny. Like, no joke, it's really, really funny because of how much, like, how, like, pathetic Patrick Bateman is at times. Like, this dude literally kills someone over a business card. It's just so stupid. It's very funny. Even though the movie is admittedly pretty disturbing with some of the stuff that goes on. Next up is the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I just saw this I saw the Blu-ray at Target one time. I'm like, I'll get it. But I've had this for like 2 years now. I haven't seen it. I need to get to it as well. Same with this, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I bought this like Black Friday 2 years ago. I still haven't seen it. And I feel really bad because this is a movie that's really good apparently. Because a lot of people love this movie, but I haven't seen it. So, yeah. I need to get to it. Like, straight up, these are must watches I need to get to immediately soon. My pile is getting too large. Next up is The Suicide Squad. I have seen this one, and I love this movie. Like, this movie is so much fun. One thing I really love about this movie is the costumes. Like, the costumes all look really, really good for this movie. Like, where most like modern like Marvel movies and like other like superhero movies like go like to great lengths to make their suits look tactical, realistic. This movie just makes them look as natural to the comic as they can, and it's so good. Like, Peacemaker's suit is amazing. Like, I love this movie, and like King Shark, I like how he looks too. He looks funny. All right, next up is another Quentin Tarantino movie, which I haven't seen. Is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I got the Steelbook for this because I saw the Steelbook, and I really liked it, but it was pretty expensive. But it was on sale for Black Friday, so I said, hey, why not? I've been wanting to watch it. Let's get it. And I still haven't seen it. Next up is Bullet Train. This movie is slop, and I love it. This is such it's not a good movie. It's not a good movie. But I enjoy it. I can see why people don't like it because it's so generic and such a, not really generic, but such a, a lot of people don't like this style of humor in this movie, and some of it is kind of annoying. But I just like this movie. It's just so much fun. Just to watch, and I enjoy it. Plus, I got the Steelbook, and the Steelbook is really nice for this. This is one of the nicest Steelbooks I own. And next up is RoboCop. I saw this on sale at Best Buy. I bought it. I haven't watched it. I need to. Yeah, I've always wanted to watch this movie since I was little. Just because it's Robo and a cop. That's cool. But yeah, I haven't got to watching it yet. I also have The French Dispatch. I haven't seen this one either. This is a Wes Anderson film. And I've seen very brief snippets of his movies, but this will be the first movie I've seen of him. Next up is Indiana Jones or Raiders of the Lost Ark. And I love this movie. I love this movie. I've seen all of them, except the newest one. Because why would I watch that? But I saw the first 4 movies. And out of all of them, this is the one I like the most. I've only seen all the movies once. Just once. All 4 movies once. But this one stuck out to me the most. This one was so much fun to watch. I was watching and I had so much fun just watching it. So I bought the 4K for Black Friday. I wanted to buy the Steelbook, but it wasn't available no more, which is sad. And speaking of Steelbooks, I bought American Psycho. I bought this twice because I wanted to get the Steelbook instead of the regular 4K. Issue is that this thing sold out really fast. No joke, when I bought the Sicario Steelbook once, and I saw the American Psycho one there, but I didn't buy it because I'm I don't want to spend that much money because it was really expensive. But I regretted it because after I bought that Sicario Steelbook, I tried to buy this next, and I couldn't find it. It was sold out because it was only available in Best Buy. But it was sold out, and copies on eBay were selling for $80, almost $100. It was crazy. So I just bought the 4K. I bought the 4K for Black Friday, and then a month later, Lionsgate announced they're re-releasing the Steelbook at Walmart. And I'm dang it. So I bought it anyways. But I love this Steelbook. This is such a good Steelbook because it's taking off his mask in the morning, or wrong way. He peels off his face mask, which is really cool. It's a really cool design. But yeah, I had to get it. I just love the way the Steelbook is. And speaking of Steelbooks, we got Oppenheimer. I haven't seen this one yet. I didn't watch it in theaters either. Mostly because I was on vacation during that time. But yeah, I still need to watch it. movie recently won Best Picture, so hey, that means it's really good then. Alright. But hey, that's all the movies I have currently in this part. Time to get up to the last little collection. Alright, hold on. Let me lift up the camera. Boom. I have a shelf here and a shelf over there. But first up is this one. I'm gonna... Hold on, I gotta lift this thing up. I don't want to lift this thing up for too long. Alright, so I was gonna bring all the stuff from the shelf down, but yeah, this is a pretty easy to explain, like, little area of my collection. And it's all the Chainsaw Man books, like all the little, like, volumes. I have all of them here, and I really like the series. Like, this series is really, really funny. The art is really, really good, which I really like. And I just really like the artwork. I haven't watched the anime yet, but I've gone all the way up to volume 14. I'm pretty sure there's more chapters out right now, but they're just not they haven't been translated, like, and put out in the little volumes, which is kind of annoying. But up here are 4 Criterion movies that I have. First up is Thief. I really like this movie. This is Michael Mann's first movie, like the dude who made Black Cat and Miami Vice and a few other movies. But I really like the director. I feel like this movie's really, really good. Like, no joke. For his first time making a movie, it's really good. I really like it. It's an old movie too, like in the 80s. And this is another old movie, Shaft. This is a really good movie. This is a cool, like, little, like, release because it comes with not only the first Shaft but the second one as well. I like the first one a little bit more, just because it's more like, yeah, I just think it has a better, like, flow to it compared to the second one. And then going even further back is 12 Angry Men. I really like this movie. Like, this movie is straight up, like, incredible. Like, I think it might be, like, one of the best movies made, like, ever. Like, genuinely, like, ever. Like, I love this movie. This movie is just 12 dudes arguing over a case, over a verdict. And it's, like, the most, like, entrancing thing ever. Like, it's so weird to explain. Like, once this movie gets your attention, it's not gonna let go. Like, once I start watching this, I can't, like, go off and do something else. Like, I have to keep watching. It's amazing. Love that movie. Next up is Silence of the Lambs. Really good movie. Really good scary movie. I really like this one. I watched it for the first time, like, a month ago or so, and I thought it was really good. Like, actually, like, incredible. Love this movie. Really good at performances by everyone, but yeah. Cool. Sorry, the camera angles are kind of weird because I'm just holding the the tripod right now because I don't really have, like, a gimbal or anything, like anything to hold this by hand.
2 hours later.
All right. Next, we just got this last little section up here, and I just grabbed a little stool. I can reach up here and show everything off individually. First up is Bully. Yep, I love this game. This is Rockstar's one of their best games. I can't speak today. I'm tired of talking for so long. But this is one of Rockstar's best games. I love this game. It's super underrated. I got the Scholarship Edition on the Xbox because it has more content and it looks better. But I love this game. It's so much fun. I played this one on the phone originally, along with most of the GTA games because they were easily available there, and those versions are pretty good. But yeah, I love Bully. It's one of my favorite games. I really like Jimmy's one of my favorite protagonists, like, in all of gaming, because he's just so well written. Like, you think he's like a bully, like, straight out the gate just by the title of the game, but to be honest, he's actually a good kid. He's just, he's been raised kind of wrong. His parents don't really care about him, which is kind of sad. But hey, I still love Bully. Bully's such a great game. Next up is Halo 3. Best Halo game. Can't fight me on that. Maybe Halo 1 is better. I'm not sure. But hey, Halo 3, its scale is still unmatched. When this game is just crazy. There's just giant battles you have when you have to fight 2 scarabs. 2 scarabs? That stuff was crazy, dude. Next up, Max Payne 3. Oh, yeah. Barely made a video on this. Love this game. Absolutely incredible game. I would love to talk about this game more, but I could go on and on for hours. Next up is... We're actually going to enter, like, a little horror rounds right here. Next up is Resident Evil. This is a remake that was on the GameCube. It's available on more consoles now, but I love this version. I bought the GameCube version specifically because all the other like versions are like in collections. Like you can only get, if you want to get a physical copy of the first original Resident Evil, this is the only way to do it now for the remake. But this game is incredible. I think this is the scariest game like I've ever played, because when it's like just completely like when you're just walking around the mansion and it's just like there's no music playing, you just need to hear your footsteps echoing. Like it's so suspenseful, and there's like nothing going on. Like it's crazy. Like this game's, a lot of people just act like Resident Evil is purely just like creature like scariness. Like the scary part is the monsters themselves. But no, not in this game. I feel like the atmosphere in Resident Evil 1 is like super scary. Like genuinely like really scary. Like the atmosphere is all like it's there. Like it's not like the game's relying on like horrific creature design to scare the player. It's more just the atmosphere, which I feel like none of the other Resident Evil games ever really managed to get. And next up is Silent Hill 2. Do not ask me how much this game cost, but this is one of my favorite video games ever. It's easily an incredible game. It has the greatest hits collection, which I don't really like because I don't like the red looks. But I love this game either way. This is an incredible game. This is easily the best horror game ever. Like easily. Resident Evil remake is really close to it, but Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil just can't compete with this, bro. This is one of the greatest stories in any of all video games like ever. I would love to make a video on it, but maybe someday. Maybe someday. Next up is Silent Hill 3. I got this not too long ago, and I haven't played it through yet. Like I just need I forgot to mention, basically all the game, everything that's up here, I have both watched or have played. Silent Hill 3 is the only one. Well, there's actually another game here, but Silent Hill 3 I played a little bit, but I haven't gone too far in it. It's a really good game. Like no joke. Like it's really scary. Like the first part of this game is scarier than anything in Resident Evil and Silent Hill 2. Like that opening, like the opening mission is scary, but it's really cool. I like it. It's a really cool game so far. Next up is GTA 3. We're gonna enter all the GTA games right now. I have like almost all of them besides Chinatown Wars. But yeah. Beep. It's the puppy. Next up is GTA 3. Absolutely love this game. This game's super nostalgic for me specifically because I played this game. This is the first GTA game I played. And I was like, what, like 4 years old because my uncle had a PS2 at my grandma's house. And I would play this all the time, even though I really shouldn't have. But it's fine because this game's like the most tame out of all of them. Like most of the inappropriate stuff like isn't related to violence. It's on the story. And back then I would just press new game each time. So I would watch the opening cutscene to this game over and over again. It was funny, but I love this game. So much fun. I love the driving physics in this game because they're so floaty. Like car chases are crazy. Plus the police AI is insane. Like they've never been as intense as they are in that game than any other game before. Vice City. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not the biggest fan of Vice City. I played it once on the phone, so that's probably the main reason why. But I played every other GTA that was available on the phone, and I still prefer every other one besides Vice City. This game just had a bunch of issues with it. It has some really terrible missions in it, like the driver. I think that's the main reason why I hate this game. Well, I don't hate the game. I don't want to say it. I don't hate it, but it's like my least favorite out of the trilogy, and even out of the. I think it's my least favorite in the whole franchise, to be honest. Like it's genuinely like it just has so much issues. A lot of the missions are really bad. Like I hate the bank heist mission, mostly because the interior the camera when you're inside interiors is really bad. Like I really don't like it. The driver mission is horrible. Like basically all the missions you have like leading up to the bank heist are awful, and I hate it. And then you have to do all the side stuff too to get the final mission for some reason. Like I don't know if it was something wrong with the mobile version, but when I played it, like it made me. I had to get all the cars from the auto shop. Because we buy an auto shop, and you have to get all the cars like, and deliver them to the auto shop so they can sell. And you had to do that, and it was mandatory to get the final mission. I was never able to beat the game because of that. Because I'm like, no, I'm not getting all this stuff, bro. But I love the atmosphere of the game. The atmosphere for this game is actually unmatched. Like it's straight up amazing, and I love the soundtrack as well. I also think it has like the best box art out of anything. It just looks so good. I love the art. And next up is the best game ever made, San Andreas. I'll talk about this game way more in the coming months, but honestly, to be completely honest, I need to say that I'm gonna do reviews for every single one of these GTA games leading up to GTA 6. So hey, keep an eye out for that to hear my full opinion. But yeah, San Andreas, greatest game ever made. Absolutely, almost perfect in my eyes. Next up is Liberty City Stories. Honestly, really underrated. I really like this. I really like Liberty City as a location. Like, I think it's a really cool spot, and that since I've played both this one and 3 a lot, like I memorized most of the city routes and everything because this map's not that large. But I like this game. Main issue that this game has is the story. The story is pretty bad. Like no joke. It's actually a pretty bad story. It's such a basic plot, and it's just kind of frustrating. Like it genuinely frustrates me a bit. Like just knowing how bad the story is, considering how fun the gameplay is. Like the gameplay is so much fun. It's basically GTA 3 environment, but with it's GTA 3's environment and atmosphere, but with the gameplay of San Andreas. I love it. I'm gonna close my windows a bit because someone walked by and they're gonna see me standing here. But yeah, I love this game. I love it. Mobile version is actually really good for this version. It looks really good, surprisingly good for the mobile. And then next up is Vice City Stories. This is probably the rarest GTA game. This one cost me normally this game was for 60, 70, but I was able to get it for 30 because I won it in a bid, thankfully. But this game, I haven't played it. I played a little bit of the first few missions, but those first missions were just introductory. But I haven't gone too far into it, so I'll tell you what I think about it later. Next up is GTA 4. I've only played 4. I haven't played... This is a complete edition, but I haven't played either of the Liberty City stories, of the Liberty City episodes. I played a little bit of the Lost and Damned, but I haven't played Ballad of Gay Tony at all. But I love GTA 4. GTA 4 is such a good game. Objectively, 4 has to be the best one out of all of them. But the best one in my eyes is still San Andreas. But a lot of people hate the driving physics, but I actually like it in this game because I think it just adds to the atmosphere. Everything in the game is grounded, so I feel if the driving was too floaty, it wouldn't feel as good. Plus, I love the car chases in this game because it really feels like an actual intense car chase in the game because you're really struggling to get out, to make it out alive at a car chases. It's fun. I love and plus the shooting physics and just the physics in general are incredible. The car destruction is crazy, and I love gunfights in this game are my favorite out of any of the GTA games. It's so much fun. Next up is GTA 5. I don't hate this game. I just have a bunch of issues with it that I don't really want to get into too much because I want to make a video on it. But it's still a good game. I love the open world. There's certain aspects of it that I don't like, but I really like the story. The story is actually really funny, and I really like just the look of it. The GTA 5 is one of the best looking. I think it's the best looking of the whole franchise, and it's also just one of the best looking games ever. I don't like the online mode. I haven't really played it too much, but I don't really like it. But yeah, that's what I have to say about 5. Next up is Resident Evil 2. This is my favorite Resident Evil game. Probably one of my favorite horror games ever. It's between this one and Silent Hill 2, to be honest with you. But this one's just more fun to play. This game is so much fun. This game is so replayable. I've replayed it a bunch of times, probably 5 or 6 times, as Leon and Ada, as Leon and Claire. That's 6 times around there. But I love the game. I try to get S, but I'm not good enough for it. But I love it. It's such a fun game. Next up is Demon's Souls. I actually like this more than Elden Ring, but the main reason why is because I actually beat this game, and this game is fun. Boss fights are objective. Everything in Elden Ring is objectively better than this. But I just enjoyed this one because of how fast I was able to get through it. Because I was able to beat this game 12 hours when I replayed it, or 10 hours. Where Elden Ring, I've played 30, I'm not even halfway. And that's not a bad thing, it's just I don't know. I just really like how fast you can get through this game. Next up is Miles Morales. This is the Ultimate Launch Edition, which comes with both Spider-Man, the PS4 version and the Miles Morales. But I like both of these games. I like both of them better than Spider-Man 2. I really like the Spider-Man Remastered, the PS4 game, because it's basically the ultimate Spider-Man game. It has everything. It has a great story. I love the story for that game. It's easily the best Spider-Man story in any game. And Miles Morales is really good. I actually really enjoy it. It's shorter, and it doesn't have nowhere near as much content, but it's a really fun game. I really enjoyed it. Again, I was never bored while playing that game. Next up is the Doom Slayers collection. This comes with Doom 1, 2, 3, and 4. I really like all these games. I haven't played 1 and 2 like fully. Like I've played sections of it, but I've never fully beaten it. I did fully beat Doom 3 and Doom 4. But I don't really like 3 too much. I like it. It's a good game. It's just my least favorite out of all the Doom games that I've played. Doom 4 is so much fun though. I love that game. Doom 2016, whatever you want to call it. And that's it for the games. That's all my games for now. These last few items are just movies. 2 Michael Mann films, Heat and Collateral. Sorry, my throat. I'm tired of talking so much. But Collateral, I love this movie. Tom Cruise plays a villain, and he's incredible. Like I love this movie. This is such a good movie. It looks really good as well. Heat, absolutely incredible movie. Super long, but it's an epic. Like it's straight up an epic. It's so long. I love it. It's such a good movie. It's one of my favorite movies ever. Like it's between this and Iron Man as my favorite movie. I love this movie. Main reason is nostalgia. I'm just gonna say it. I love this movie. This movie's incredible. Even after all these years, with all the Marvel movies that have come out, this one's really, really good. Like it's actually shocking how good it is. Tony Stark is such a good character in this movie that like I just love it. Like I love this movie, and then just the whole tone of the movie is incredible. Like Iron Man's the visual effects still look super good. I love this movie. Plus nostalgia that really bumps it up for me. Next up is Into the Spider-Verse. Even though I kind of said like I like Puss in Boots more than this movie, I can admit that I have to admit that Into the Spider-Verse is a better movie. Like it's just straight up is a better movie, and I do love it a lot. Me saying I like Puss in Boots doesn't mean like this movie's bad or anything. Like they're like right next to each other in terms of quality. It's just Puss in Boots is just a little bit higher for me. But I still love this movie. I think this movie's incredible. I'm so glad it did really good. And last of all is Cowboy Bebop. I love this show. This is my favorite anime. It's incredible. That's really all I have to say. I really like it, dude. I love it. I think I might get the vinyl for it. But yeah, that's my collection. Hold on, let me get down. Ugh. That was a lot, man. Hour plus recording. I think might have even been like almost an hour and a half. I don't know. I'll figure out on editing, but yeah, that was my collection for 2024. And yeah, as you can see, that collection really did grow from what it was last year, but that was tiring, dude. My voice hurts. But yeah, that's my collection. Let me know what you thought about it. I'm going to do more in-depth talks about a few of the other games that I showed off, but that'll come later. But yeah, hey, if you like that, let me know what you thought. Like it, and let me know what you thought. I'll see you guys later.